President Trump is up for re-election, so we're looking at some of the promises he made on the trail back in 2016. What did he say back then, and did he deliver? Up first, immigration. President Trump's most famous campaign promise:
I will build a great, great wall.
Build a wall.
And I will have Mexico pay for that wall.
And have Mexico pay for it. So far, this one has stalled.
I would build a great wall, and nobody builds walls better than me, believe me. And I'll build them very inexpensively.
For starters, Mexico is not paying for a border wall. Former Mexican President Nieto tweeted several times that it was never going to happen, and even postponed a White House visit over it. If Mexico isn't paying for the wall,
It never meant they're going to write out a check. They are paying for it with the incredible deal we made called the United States, Mexico, and Canada USMCA deal.
who is?
If we don't have border security, we'll shut down the government. This country needs border security. The wall is a part of border security.
President Trump has tried executive orders.
This is border security, immigration enforcement, and improvements.
A government shutdown.
I don't call it a shutdown. I call it doing what you have to do for the benefit and for the safety of our country.
And emergency court orders.
It's going to build a lot of wall. We're getting it done.
Still, Congress has only appropriated $2.75 billion, far less than Trump asked for.
There are no votes in the House, a majority of votes, for a wall.
President Trump abandoned the wall.
Build that wall. Build that wall. Build that wall.
So he diverted billions from the Department of Defense, a move that's being challenged in court. But for now, the administration can use the money. There's also an investigation into a contractor hired to work on the wall. The company's CEO has been on Fox News, the president's favorite channel, advocating for the wall.
The president will, if he allows us to play and our team of Fisher Industries to play, I guarantee you no different than Tom Brady. Once we get in, we never come out. And if we don't perform, the president can fire us. And that's how comfortable and confident I am, is when people see what we really offer.
Another issue, most of the land the administration wants to build on isn't government-owned. Then there are the president's other promises on immigration, like ending sanctuary cities.
We will end the sanctuary cities that have resulted in so many needless deaths. We blocked the funding. No more funding.
As of right now, sanctuary cities still receive federal funding. The president has spoken at length about deportation, too, rarely holding back.
And you can call it deported if you want. The press doesn't like that term. You can call it whatever the hell you want. They're gone.
But President Trump's deportation levels are still far below the peak President Obama hit back in fiscal year 2012. President Trump has tried to curb immigration in other ways, like his family separation policy.
President Trump has for months been urging his administration to reinstate a large-scale family separation policy at the border. That is according to 3 U.S. officials with knowledge of meetings at the White House. And now a major impediment to Mr. Trump reinstating that policy, which, by the way, was an unmitigated political disaster for the White House last year, is gone.
This is going to be close to 500 miles by the time we finish.
Trump's immigration promises don't stop at the southern border. He drastically slashed the number of refugees allowed into the U.S. In October 2019, that number was 0.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
He also promised an overhaul of the immigration system from countries in the Middle East.
I call it extreme vetting, right? Extreme vetting.
A promise he fulfilled early on, with a travel ban targeting several majority Muslim nations. The Trump administration just rolled out a plan to expand that ban. Now, with his re-election campaign in full swing, President Trump is renewing his calls for a wall in 2020.
You know, with the wall, we're building the wall. You know that, right?
He says there will be 450 miles of wall by the end of the year.
Very soon we'll be building about a mile a day. And we should be up to over 400 miles by next year, the end of next year.
And that construction has already started.
Mexico's paying for the wall. You know that. You'll see that.
Earlier this year, the administration celebrated 100 miles of the wall.
Today, I'm proud to report that the Trump administration has now constructed 100 miles of new border wall system on the southern border.
But according to Customs and Border Patrol figures, at least 90 miles are not new, but are replacements for already existing barriers. So as the election creeps closer, we'll be keeping an eye on President Trump's progress.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.